Hey guys and girls, after a short break from making videos, I'm back with something special today. So far I've only tested GameCube and Wii games on Android, but I thought why not go back one generation and see which emulators there are for the N64. With GameCube and Wii games you pretty much only have one choice in terms of emulators, which is Dolphin. But if you go searching for N64 emulators on the Google Play Store, you will find a variety of apps who claim to be the fastest and best emulator for the system. So I went ahead and downloaded the most popular ones to see which one I like most and to give you some recommendations. I decided on the 4 emulators you see here: Mega N64, Mupen 64 Plus AE, which stands for Android Edition I suppose, Mupen 64 Plus FC, no idea what the FC stands for, and Super N64, and I'll be going through them in the order you see here from left to right. First, Mega N64. The UI looks pretty bland, just grey with grey text boxes. You have your list of games as text, your input settings for touchscreen and Bluetooth gamepads. By the way, the Moto gamepad works fine with all the emulators I tested, and your video and audio settings. The most important part of an emulator are the plugins, especially the video plugin, because they determine how well a game will run on a certain system. The Mega N64 emulator has these options, and I found the Glide 64 one to be the most stable video plugin of the 3. Mupen 64 Plus AE and Super N64 look exactly like Mega N64 and have mostly the same options available, so I'm just going over these two quickly. The reason for these emulators being so similar is that they are all based on Mupen 64 Plus, which is an open source emulator which was first released on Linux and Windows. Super N64 played most of the games fine, however I couldn't get Mupen 64 Plus AE to run on my phone. Whenever I hit play it just gave me an error message. I wanted to look up a solution online, but then I decided I had better things to do. Now for the last emulator that I tested for this video, which is Mupen 64 Plus FC. And you can see immediately that the developer put some real effort into the UI, as the home screen greets you with cover art for all the games you have on your phone. It supports resolutions up to the native phone resolution and has all the video and audio options the other emulators feature as well, but in a nice sliding menu. But most importantly, Mupen 64 Plus FC allows you to set up different profiles for controllers and plugins. For the video plugin, there are several presets that you can use depending on your phone's capabilities, but the profiles are also highly customizable, so you can play around with these settings as you fancy and see what works best for you. Now you know what the emulators look like and what settings they have, but the most important thing is of course how they perform. To test performance I played Conker's Bad Fur Day, which used to be pretty difficult to emulate. I remember trying to play it on my laptop a few years ago but couldn't because it was a slideshow. The game didn't have a great frame rate by default because developer Rare usually pushed the envelope in terms of graphics with their games. As I said before, I couldn't get Mupen 64 Plus AE to run, so I excluded it for this test. To make for an even playing field, I used the Glide 64 video plugin for all tested emulators. As you can see, Mega N64 and Mupen 64 Plus FC both perform quite similar, with Mupen 64 Plus FC having a slight edge over Mega N64.
Eat that, motherfucker.
And then there is Super N64, which is also okay, but and Ed, okay. But as I said, whoa, another one. Okay, so what I was trying to say is, okay, that's it. What, €2 for the ad-free version? No thanks, there are better alternatives. So, which of the 4 do I recommend? Definitely Mupen 64 Plus FC. It has the best interface, the highest customizability and profiles for plugins and input that you can change quickly. For the following gameplay I used Mupen 64 Plus FC with the Glide 64 plugin. Enjoy the gameplay and don't forget to tell me what you think about the video in the comments. Let me know if you have any suggestions about emulators I should try or games I should test. And I'll see you next time, bye bye!
Pokémon Swap change the flow of battle? They go into battle poses. What now? Goodness! Right, that's sir! Round zero! Wow! Taken down with one hit! There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokémon. We're down to the last Pokémon.
The track favorite is Aldarbedo, a.k.a. the Hitman. Boy, he sure looks tough in that big Manta Ram Air Mark IV pod racer of his. Points cap!
The Mega N64 emulator has these options, and I found the Glide 64 one to be the most stable video plugin of the Hello.